Okay, let's begin the lesson today. 7.1, Part B. Today we will learn mostly on the part of mutually exclusive events and independent event. Let's begin with this example 11. Read the question. C and D are two events where the probability of C is 0.1, the probability of D donkey 0.2, and then the probability of C union with donkey is equals to 0.3. These are informations that given to us. And then determine whether C and D are two mutually exclusive events. So I will start with the concrete example first. I will tell you how from this concrete example you boleh tahu dia adalah mutually exclusive. Iaitu dengan mengeluarkan satu formula yang sangat selalu dipakai dalam probability, iaitu formula P this one, probability of C union D is equals to PC plus with PD and then minus with its intersection. Okay, minus with its intersection. In this case, I should write here minus with P C intersect donkey. These are the formula that you always use, and I don't really have to explain this formula anymore. All I need to do is just tell you what to sub in here. If you sub this in, and then you will see that 0.1 plus with 0.2, and then is there P probability of C intersect donkey here for you guys? There is nothing talking about intersection. Intersection di antara C dan donkey itu tiada. It's an empty set. Ataupun there's zero probability here, or we call it as empty set lah. Hence, it's a zero probability there. Therefore, the answer is 0.3. And this is your answer for probability of C union donkey. And from there, you can clearly see that given to you is probability of C union donkey equal to 0.3 juga. So basically, soalan ni dia hanyalah nak bertanya ataupun dia nak suruh kamu show whether C and the D, event C and event D are mutually or not. So basically, this is just to show. So left hand side is equal to, so mengikut formula, this is left hand side. How do I say this? How do I determine this? Macam mana nak kata ya? So since we have proven that they are equal to each other, it means that you can just right away write down the formula. Since left hand side is equal to the right hand side, terus buat conclusion sajalah. Then C and D are mutually exclusive event. Settle. So sambil you mendengar, sambil you menulis jugalah dengan saya, okay? So mutually exclusive events is where the probability of C intersect with donkey, a cat intersect with a donkey, and it is a cat is a cat, a dog is a dog, right? They are an animal, they are a mutual animal. Are they mutual? Dia macam mana? Mutually exclusive ni dia ada definisi dia yang lebih senang untuk difahami sebenarnya lah. Tapi patut ke saya explain ya? Saya sebenarnya nak cepat tapi tak apa. Kita pergi ke bahagian ni ya. Mutually exclusive. So mutually exclusive, it's like it means that it cannot happen at the same time. Contoh dia adalah tossing a coin. If you look here, ataupun yang pertama ni, example, turning left or turning right. You tengok gambar tu kan, ke kiri ataupun ke kanan. Kita tak boleh, kita kan manusia, mana kita boleh pergi bergerak kedua arah dalam serentak waktu yang sama. So, arah kiri dan arah kanan ni adalah mutually exclusive events. You understand me? And you cannot do at the same time. That is what you call as mutually exclusive. So there is no intersection where we can both go to the two direction. Faham ke? Kalau faham, bagi saya thumbs up sikit. And then tossing a coin, a head or a tail, they are mutually exclusive. Dia mutual tetapi it just literally means tak boleh happen at the same time. Itu je lah yang kamu perlu faham. Therefore, the probability of intersection dia sentiasa kosong. Itu je maksud kepada mutually exclusive event. That's all that you need to understand. So, if dari segi soalan concrete example ni pula, dia pakai nombor. So, kalau dia pakai nombor, kita just provekan dia pakai nombor lah. Kalau probability of C union donkey is 0.3, and then when you use the formula, you plus it down, you get the same answer, 0.3 juga. It means that left and right are the same value, and so both of them are two mutually exclusive events lah. Okay, and dia lebih senang difaham menggunakan Venn diagram sebenarnya. So I think you have heard of Venn diagram. So Venn diagram ni cara lukisannya perlulah terasing. Venn diagram ini tidak boleh dilukis serentak. Maksud saya serentak adalah yang we cannot use this Venn diagram sebab Venn diagram yang ini mempunyai intersection point, mempunyai intersection area kan, tapi they are mutually, literally different thing. Mutual but different. So kita lukis cara beginilah untuk Venn diagram kita. So untuk menjawab soalan yang kedua ni, diperlukan Venn diagram. This one, find the probability of C prime intersect with D prime. So C prime, kalau you lukis pada Venn diagram ini, C prime adalah di sini. Okay, this is your C prime. And your D prime pula adalah, boleh ke lukis? Alamak. So D prime pula adalah yang selain dalam D ini. Okay. So there is actually from this Venn diagram you boleh terus cari jawapan. Tapi itulah, matematik ni ada terlalu banyak cara mencari jawapan. So saya pun tak tahu nak mula dari mana. Kalau you mula dari Venn diagram, just label the C first. Okay, label the C first and then masukkan dalam bulatan C ni, this is the probability of 0.1, and then dalam D ini, this is the 0.2 because it's given to us, right? And so what is the rest of the numbers here? The rest of the numbers here are what? 0.7. So sebenarnya daripada Venn diagram ini, and then kalau you pandai melukis mengikut soalan yang diminta ini, it's actually the area yang selain dua bulatan ni lah yang kita nak. Jadi jawapan ni memang literally 0.7 if you really understand how to draw them. Tapi okay, saya repeat ya, saya tak tahulah you all faham ke tak apa saya cakap ni. This is selain C kan. Okay, saya lorekkan yang selain C, warna oranye. Okay. Then saya lorekkan pula yang selain donkey. Bila saya lorekkan di antara warna biru dan warna oranye ni kan, itulah the area yang kita mahu, and it is actually 0.7. The answer is literally 0.7. Directly from the Venn diagram dah cukup nampak dah. Tapi there is another ways of getting the answer, which is by using the De Morgan rule. The De Morgan rule, there is a formula given here. Mana dah? Bukan sini. The De Morgan rule, it's just a formula where the probability of C prime, yang kalau ada prime ni kan, C prime intersect with the D prime, you can change it into probability of C union donkey. And then di luar dia yang ada prime, you see. You can use this formula and then you will get 1 minus probability of C union D. So 1 minus probability of C union D adalah daripada apa yang kamu dah cari tadi, iaitu 0.3. So 1 tolak 0.3 adalah 0.7. So ini adalah cara yang berlainan, iaitu memakai formula De Morgan rules in order to get the answer selain pakai Venn diagram. But if you prefer Venn diagram, just draw it, it's easier. But if you are kind of person that love formula, it's not that hard to memorize this. I think it is just the changing of intersect to union, and then kalau dua-dua ni di depan ada prime, you just bawa keluar dia jadi satu prime. Pertukaran di antara intersect dan union sahajalah di situ, dan juga prime dia daripada 2 jadi 1 prime di luar. So that is a formula for you. Next one, example seterusnya adalah again tentang mutually exclusive. So a statistical experiment has 8 equally likely outcomes. Ada 8 outcome, 1, 2, 3 hingga 8. And then event A 5 dan 7 saja, event B 1, 2, 5, event C 1, 4, 6, 8. Are events A and B mutually exclusive? So kalau dia tanya A dan B mutually exclusive ataupun tidak, all you gotta do is just you can just use this Venn diagram, ataupun you tengok, okay, kalau dia mutually exclusive, dia mestilah terasing. Okay, let's just use this Venn diagram, it's easier. So if you use this, you let this A and you let this B. So group A ada apa ya tadi? 5 dan 7 ya. And then group B ada 1, 2, 5. Kalau 1, 2, 5 bermaksud this circle is intersect with B. This circle A is intersect with B sebabkan dia ada nilai 5 yang sama. Okay, so if you use this Venn diagram, you can see that 7 and 5 is in the circle of A, while in the circle of B, we have 1, 2, 5, isn't it? So there are intersection between them. Since there is an intersection here, it means that they are not mutually exclusive. So buat conclusion begitu sahajalah. Kalau menjawab soalan B pula, are events A and C mutually exclusive or not? You tengoklah A dan C. A dan C dia nombor dia semua lain-lain. 5, 7. Yang ni C 1, 4, 6, 8. So since that their Venn diagram is, how does it look? The Venn diagram now is being look like this. Sebab diorang bernilai yang berlainan kan. So this this A is what? 5, 7. Well, this B is B pula. C is, hang on, 5 and 7. Well, this B, kenapa lah aku tulis B je? So C is 1, 4, 6, 8, isn't it? So they are not the same. It means that there is nothing at all intersection between the two event. Therefore, dia tulis beginilah, the intersection is empty set. There is no intersection. So you can write down your conclusion begini. Since they are empty set, the intersection between the event A and event C are nothing. Therefore, the probability is nothing. Therefore, the probability is 0, just write it down. And then A and C are mutually exclusive event. So itu je lah perbezaan dia. Soalan ni begini sahaja di dalam exam. Just trying to make you do conclusions dalam bentuk ayat. Itu saja. Okay, dia tidaklah terlalu complicated. Dia suruh, kebanyakan soalan PSPM akan suruh you untuk proof sahaja. Dan cara nak proof adalah pakailah Venn diagram dan buatlah ayat conclusion. That's it. Now, next part is where we have part C. Dia minta cari apa ni? Probability of A union C. So again, probability of A union C pakai sahaja formula probability of A tambah probability of C, and then tolakkan dengan probability of A intersect C. So I think we already know that there is no intersect, kan? There is no intersect, so there is 0 probability of the intersection. But we do have probability of A, iaitu apa tadi? Probability of A adalah 2/8 sebab A ada 2 nilai, kan? Also, please be remember this is your NS, okay? The total sample space is 8, including this 8. So A is 5 and 7. So NA is 2, right? So 2 out of 8. And then plus with C, which is 4 out of 8. Therefore, the answer is 6 out of 8. In other words, you can simplify it, you akan dapat 3/4. So itulah jawapannya. Next, Donkey, dia minta apa? Draw the Venn diagram. Okay, di sinilah kita lukis lagi sekali. So untuk A, kita ada 5 dan 7. So 7 ni kenapa saya letak di bahagian, bukan, 5 yang di bahagian tengah, 7 yang di depan ni, macam tadi. Sorry guys. Yeah, I've been drawing it here. Ya, yang saya lukis tadi tu. Dia mahu dilukiskan dalam Venn diagram yang ada A, B, C sekali. They want us to draw in a one Venn diagram. All of the element A, B dan C perlu ada lah. So kenapa 5 ni dalam intersection? I think we already know that because B got what? 1, 2, 5, right? B got 1, 2, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 5. So B 1, 2, 5. And then B dan C ni ada common numbers, which is the common numbers are 1, right? The common numbers are 1, so just put the 1 there sebab nombor satu yang sama. So the rest of the numbers is what? The rest of the numbers is just 4, 6, 8. Jadi apa yang tiada? Kita ada semua nombor. Kita ada 1, kalau sini 1, sini tak payah tulis dah. Ya, sini don't need to write number 1 anymore. So, So number 2 is here. Sorry. Dia banyak sangat intersection. But as long as we know A dan C dia adalah mutually exclusive, dia tak akan bergabung. Yang bergabung adalah di antara A dan B dan juga B dan C. Okay, I think you already understand that. And we only have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where are the number 3? The number 3 is missing. So the number 3 will be outside here, outside of the circle. Sebab elemen kita adalah nombor 1 hingga nombor 8 kan. Jadi nombor 3 ni tak boleh left out, kena letak di situ juga. So these are the perfect Venn diagram that we should draw. Dan menjawab soalan seterusnya, adakah A, B dan C are exhaustive event? Exhaustive event is just looking at the sample space, adakah mereka sama nilainya, adakah sama total sample space ini dengan total A, union B, union C, are they have the same value? So if you look at this, A, union B, union C have only 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jadi A union B union C ni dia tiada apa? Dia tiada 3. Dia tiada elemen 3. So when there is no element 3 while the total sample space got 3 here, it means that A, B, C are not exhaustive events. Exhaustive event means that the union of all events mesti bersamaan dengan nilai total sample space. Itu maksud exhaustive. Exhaustive mesti the total number of sample space tu sama dengan the A union B and union C event. Tapi masalahnya bila diunionkan ketiga-tiga event ni, dia 7/8 je. Padahal sample space kita 8/8. So probability dia tidak sama. Since probability is not 1, so they are not exhaustive events. Just put the word like that. That's it. Itu je conclusion yang boleh saya bagi tahulah. I need to move on to the next example yang lebih penting. Kita nak masuk, kalau you baca soalan ini, kita ada 2 event A and B, 2 events such that probability of A is 1/3, probability of B is 1/4, and then probability of A union B is a half. Okay, so dia suruh cari intersection, and then dia suruh cari ada A intersect B prime pula, and then yang ini mungkin baru bagi you all. Not sure whether you have learned this in school, but this is called as, this palang adalah yang disebut sebagai given that. Perkataan English dia adalah given that. Okay, ataupun if. Tak apa, kejap lagi kita masuk. Dan kedua-dua ini, maybe I should highlight this. This is called as conditional probability. So, tadi kita belajar mutually exclusive kan? So now kita nak masuk ke konsep baharu dalam probability, iaitu dipanggil sebagai conditional probability. You can look at your notes on the right hand side here. Conditional probability adalah di mana dia nak cari event A tetapi B tu telah pun terjadi. Given that. Itu yang dimaksudkan dengan palang oranye ni. It means that given that something already happened. Ataupun selain given that, keyword dia adalah if juga. So it means that they want to find the probability of A but B already happened. Contoh lain, they want to find the probability of B if A already happened. If A is happening, it is already happened, lebih kurang begitu. So there is a formula for conditional probability where formula dia adalah probability of intersection between A and B, okay, dibahagikan dengan probability of B. So yang di bawah ni yang you kena hafal sedikit. Actually formula ni you perlu hafal. Di mana yang already happen akan sentiasa berada di bahagian denominator. Okay, if you look at the pattern of the formula, you can see that already happen will always be at the part where denominator tu lah. Tak apa, kita selesaikan soalan nombor 1 ni dulu. Dia minta probability of A union B. So these are the common formula from SPM. I think, yeah, this is the basic one, right? This is a very common formula where you just put in all the information that you got, which is 1/2 dah ada, 1/3 pun dia ada, 1/4 pun dia ada. Apa yang kita tiada adalah dia punya intersection probability. probability of A intersect B. So when you solve it down, you will get 1/12. Okay, you buat sendiri, double checkkan jawapan untuk saya. Next one is probability of A intersect B prime. So dekat sini pula kita perlukan Venn diagram. Venn diagram ni macam nyawa kita lah. I would say it's a nyawa dalam mencari jawapan probability kita lah. So you use Venn diagram and then you label A. So when you label A and then you label B jugalah, of course we label A, we label the event, the name of the event A and event B. But since dia kata dia nak intersect, again, you dah faham pun ini adalah pertembungan. Dia nak pertembungan di antara B prime. So maybe I can draw the B prime dulu kot. So B prime adalah lukisan dia selain B, bulatan B ni. Dan di manakah A? A adalah berada di dalam bulatan A. So where is the intersection? The intersection is, saya lorekkan pakai ni, nampak ke? Oh, ni pensel pula. Saya lorekkan pakai highlighter, which is yang ni. Oh, yang ni. Are the intersection between the orange line and the blue line. So these are the the goal that they want, which mean these are the area, the region that they want from us, the pertembungan, the intersection between the two event. So sebab tu you kena pandai lorek lah, pandai tengok di manakah yang sepatutnya kita lorek. And then apabila kita dah faham itu, kita tahu ini je yang dia nak. It's like a not full moon. What do we call this, everyone? Half moon. It's not half moon even. Almost a full moon. What do we call that? Is there a name for that? Tapi nak katanya macam bentuk bulan ni, tapi bukan full moon. And there is a formula for that, and it's easy. It is just the probability of A minus with its intersection A intersect B. That's it. These are the formula that you can look at the number 8 down here. Probability that only one occur. Ni yang kita tengah cuba buat ni. Inilah formula dia. Can you see that? Probability of A intersect B prime is actually just the whole circle, the whole moon. Okay, when the whole moon minus with the intersect, you will get the moon that is not full. Do you get my idea? So actually you don't have to memorize it. You don't have to work so hard to memorize formula. All you gotta do is just understand Venn diagram. So the whole moon A minus with the intersection between A and B, probability of A and B. And then you already know that PA, probability of A is 1/3, minus with intersect from here, 1/12. Therefore, jawapan dia adalah 1/4. So, begitu sahajalah. Faham dari Venn diagram dah cukup. Tak perlu hafal formula. Next one is where conditional probability comes in. Nampak je palang ini, teruslah you dah terus tahu bahawa ni palang di antara dua event. I call this palang sebab sebab apa? I do not know. But the way to say this is actually given that. Ataupun if, ya. So find the probability of the B given that A. So there is a formula that we need to understand and then we memorize it. The formula is just probability of B intersect A is divided with probability of A. Okay, as I said, if you look at the formula, you must know that whatever happening must be at the denominator part. That is the formula that we gotta follow. And so, probability of B intersect A is literally means A intersect B. Okay, jangan terkejut pula tak tahu mana datangnya. Okay, it's literally the same thing. Tak kisahlah B di depan ataupun A di depan, tapi maksud dia sama. Probability of B intersect A is literally means A intersect B. Asalkan memang dia bertembung. Itu je yang kita nak probability-nya. Therefore, what is the probability of A intersect B? One over 12 divided with salah sangat pula. Divided with probability of A iaitu 1/3. Therefore, the answer is 1 over 4 juga. Allah. Yeah, coincidentally they are the same number. Yeah, I want you to try this by yourself and see whether you got the same as mine. So probability, dia nak cari probability of A sebenarnya. But something is happening. If the B prime is there, if B prime is already happened, so you just use this formula, probability of A intersect B prime must be divided with probability of B prime that already happened. Okay, please remember this. We have no choice other than memorizing the formula. Bahagian bawah ni, denominator ni mestilah yang bahagian yang telah pun terjadi. It's a formula. It is called as conditional probability formula. We must memorize it. And so if you have done this, you will get a value of 1 over 3. Setuju ataupun tidak setuju? Give a thumbs if you got the same as mine. Okay, setuju ya, 1/3, thank you. Now, the next question is asking us, find the probability where exactly one of A or B will occur. Exactly one of A. Salah satu daripada A ni salah satu daripada A akan terjadi. Ataupun salah satu, you see the word or, ataupun salah satu daripada B akan terjadi juga. So it is literally means that you kena tahu lorek, you kena faham soalan dan juga you faham bahawa lorekan tu itu di mana lah. So if you look here, what do I write here is, maybe I should write a question first. Terlalu laju lah kan. So find the probability where exactly one of A, okay? Tulis dulu ayat pun okay. One of A or one of B will occur. Okay, anyone yang tak mute ke? Tolong mute. Okay, so exactly one of A or B will occur means that this is the region, this is the A, isn't it? This is the probability of A, but it's not everything that will occur. It is only asking one of A will occur. So this is the part where you want, and in order to get that, it is just literally means that that A intersect with B prime. Ini dia. Oh, ini okay. These are different ways of. Okay. Sorry. Tak perlu ikut cara yang ini. Ini agak leceh sedikit. Cara ni agak panjang. There are different kind of ways. Sorry about that. Ada cara lain lagi yang lebih mudah untuk ditulis. Okay, lorekan ni dah betul dah. So kita ada dua lorekan. Exactly one of A is happening is there. And then exactly one of B is will occur, will be here. Okay, intersection tu tak boleh kita lorek sebab kalau kita lorek bahagian intersect, dia akan jadi A intersect B. So they only want one of the A means salah satu daripada probability A ni lah. Salah satu elemen sahaja daripada probability of A dan salah satu elemen sahaja daripada probability of B. So these are the only region that we want, okay? Itu je lah lorekan yang kita mahu. Therefore, kita boleh create a formula. We can create the formula saying that in order to get this blue and green, you just use this A union B minus with probability of A intersect B. So you create this formula, you are the mathematician now, according to your Venn diagram. So belajar probability ni dia kena flexible. Nak kena pandai, if you want to be good in probability, you must be good in imagination and logical thinking lah. Your brain must be flexible. Dia tak boleh terlalu rigid. You can let it flow and let your brain think logically and flow like a water, you see. So apa yang logic pada kamu adalah if we total them together, we will get a what? Kalau dua-dua ni kita gabungkan dia adalah A union B, right? So we can find this probability of A union B, tolakkan dengan intersection bahagian tengah ni. Maka kita akan dapat jawapan kita. Directly we will get the answer. So we already have PA union B, which is half. Dalam soalan yang bagi 1/2 adalah union mereka. Dan kita juga dah tahu jawapan intersection dia adalah 1/12. Maka you tolakkan je, you dapat 5/12. That's it. So create your own formula is better than using a complicated formula. Do you get what I mean? You boleh create formula berdasarkan Venn diagram yang you faham lorekan tu betul. So ikut logik sahaja. So nasihat saya ikut logik. Akal kita lah. Next one, nombor 16. Example 16. So example 16 here dah masuklah soalan yang agak panjang lebar. Tetapi dia boleh dikeluarkan information dan infonya sangat sikit. 2 event sahaja. 2 events only. Let's read the question. 30 mathematics professor, 30 orang out of 100 of them. So total is 100. So who are examined were found to be overweight, W, and then 10 of them had high blood pressure, H. So 2 event here means we have a overweight lecturer, and we can label the overweight. Saya labelkan dengan huruf W, okay? Manakala event yang kedua, so saya label event yang pertama saya overweight tapi saya letak W. Event yang kedua adalah high blood pressure. So saya pakai huruf H. So actually you can use any alphabet that you want, but I use W and H. So dalam menyelesaikan soalan yang berbentuk 2 event ni, you boleh pakai contingency table. Actually the table means contingency. Tinggal N dekat sini. So this is just a method, okay? The table is just a way of method. This is just a method to get the answer. And the table is the easiest. You boleh pakai Venn diagram, you boleh pakai tree diagram. Ada 3 jenis tu lah. 3 jenis method yang you boleh pakai. Tapi antara 3-3 tu, better pilih yang paling senang untuk dikeluarkan info tersebut. Okay, remember we have berapa tadi method? We have 3 methods. Table, Venn diagram, dan juga tree diagram. But you choose according to what is suitable. And how do I know contingency table is suitable? Because we have a total of 100 professors. Okay, dalam 100 orang profesor ni ada 30 profesor yang mempunyai overweight. So overweight dekat sini saya labelkan dia kat sini lah. Overweight dan juga yang tidak overweight. So dalam table mesti ada kita labelkan huruf dia W. W means overweight. W prime means not overweight. Ada prime. Manakala saya labelkan pula H, high blood pressure. Yang ada high blood pressure. Dan ada juga profesor yang tiada high blood pressure. So dalam table contingency ini perlulah one have a prime, one does not have a prime, and one does have a prime. So these are the table that looks like whenever you're trying to deliver your message lah. So I would prefer table. It's easier to portray the information. So daripada 100 orang profesor ni ada 30 orang, again ya, daripada 100 profesor ini ada 30 orang mathematics professor overweight. So overweight dekat sini kan. So inilah 30 orang. Again ya, daripada sini first information 30 profesor ini, matematik ni abaikan. Tak kisahlah profesor apa pun kan, tapi soalan ni saja je bagi mathematics. Daripada 30 out of 100 ini, out of 30 out of 100 here, they are the professors who are overweight. Therefore yang tak overweight, balance dia adalah 70 lah. So you can do it like that. You can use the table like that. It's easier. And saya tak nak letak balance dia lagi. Saya nak letakkan information apa seterusnya. Information seterusnya adalah 10 of them had a high blood pressure. So high blood pressure bahagian ni. So you tengok kolom ni saja. So daripada 100 orang, 10 sahaja yang ada high blood pressure. And you must put at the part where the total itu. Sebab dia cakap total tau. 30 daripada 100 ini yang ada overweight. So you look at the column only. You look at their own row, necessary row ataupun necessary column. You see, you look at the needed column ataupun the needed row yang diberi pada kita lah. And then apa lagi info seterusnya? Only 4 of the professor who were not overweight had a high blood pressure. It means that dia memang tidak overweight. So W dia adalah W prime. Dan dia apa? Tetapi dia ada high blood pressure. So where is it? Dia ada high blood pressure dan tetapi dia tidak overweight. We're not overweight. So this is the position of number 4. Okay, itulah cara you keluarkan maklumat ke dalam table you. So these black colors, numbers, is from the informations that you got from the long word. You faham ke what I meant here? Do you understand so far? So, daripada info ini, you boleh cari balance dia masing-masing. Okay? Cara nak cari balance ini adalah daripada total sahaja. So that's why it will always be given to you the total, the total sample space, which is the number of the total professor lah. And then so daripada 30 orang overweight tadi, yang tak ada overweight adalah balance-nya berapa? 70. Tadi seperti kita bincang lah, 70. Manakala yang tidak overweight ini 4 kan? This one is 4, right? So the balance here is how many? This is 4, iaitu ada high blood pressure yang juga not overweight, but what's the balance where they are not overweight and they are not having a high blood pressure? How many of them? It is 66. Okay, so that is how you think of them. And then daripada total ini pula, tolakkan sahaja. 10 tambah berapa dapat 100? 10 tambah 90 dapat 100. So from here you can find your own intersection lah. So please understand that this W means that it's overweight and it's high blood pressure. Yang ini pula adalah overweight tetapi tiada high blood pressure. So I hope you understand that these are the intersection part where it happens there. So saya kecilkan bahagian ni so that you tahu ini adalah maksud dia ya. Okay, dia mesti intersect, dia bukan union. Dia adalah and. It's the things that happening at the same time. Okay, so how many of them? So here goes 6 of them sebab 6 tambah 4 10, manakala yang ini adalah how many balance? So 24 plus 66 is 90. So you just keluarkan maklumat yang penting iaitu warna hitam, nombor-nombor hitam tadi tu. And then this blue, light blue color is you produce by just plus and minus operation. And then menjawab soalan seterusnya, inilah actually soalan satu-satunya soalan yang dia minta. Find the probability of a mathematics professor will not have a high blood pressure if, inilah dia perkataan if. Kalau setiap kali you nampak perkataan if, it means that given that. Given that means terus automatically dalam otak kita tahu dia minta conditional probability. Dia kata find the probability that the professor not having a high blood pressure iaitu H prime lah kan. Given that he is not overweight. So W prime lah. He is not overweight. So inilah probability yang you perlu cari. Find the probability of not, dikata dia nak cari not having a high blood pressure given that if means given that it's not overweight. Therefore you know the formula of the conditional probability di mana H prime intersect with W prime divided with probability of W prime. Okay, according to the formula of the conditional probability, something yang telah pun terjadi, already happened, must be at the denominator part. So without any hesitation, just find the probability di mana dua-dua tak ada sakit. Okay, bukan, ialah tak ada penyakit lah, tidak ada overweight dan juga tiada high blood pressure is 66 out of how many? 66 out of 100 of them are not having a high blood pressure and also not having overweight. So I write down here, above here is 66 out of 100. And then you must divide it with, atas adalah probability ya. Remember, these are the probability, this is P, this is probability mesti adalah something per something, it's a chances. Well, yang ini pula, probability of W prime is 70 out of 100. Okay, so 70 out of 100 di bahagian bawah. These are the probability where the professor dia overweight, dia tidak overweight tetapi dia boleh ada high blood pressure dan juga tiada high blood pressure. So you must total them together and you will get a 70. So 70 out of 100. Therefore, Therefore, when you calculate them, you will get 66 over 70, which means this is 33 out of 35 chances of probability getting a professor where he is not having a high blood pressure, given that he is also not overweight. Inilah probability dia. Boleh follow ke so far? Is it okay with contingency table? Boleh ya? Okay, now move on to the next one. Nak masuk Venn diagram pula. Okay, saya akan ajar ketiga-tiga method inilah. Habis dah, 5 minit lagi. So now in a college, 12% of students are left-handed, 15% of students are curly-haired, 3% of them are both left-handed and curly-haired. So kita again, usually kita akan ada 2 event sahajalah. And yang ni saya pakai cara Venn diagram. Okay, saya nak tunjukkan semua cara kepada you all. So that's why I use Venn diagram here. So tapi in exam you gotta be creative. Pilihlah salah satu sahaja yang dirasakan paling mudah. So so keluarkan 2 information. Kita ada 2 info sahaja. One is left-handed, labelkan dia sebagai L. Dan lagi satu curly head. You can label it as a C, curly head. And then dia kata 3% both left-handed and curly head. So maksudnya dekat sini, left-handed and curly head, we already have the probability iaitu 0.03. You dah dapat pun information dan you boleh terus masukkan ke dalam ini, ke dalam Venn diagram. So dalam Venn diagram kita dah cukup jelas bahawa di antara 2 event ini ada 3% probability dia, di mana dia student ini left-handed and also curly-haired. So only 3% of them. So balance kita boleh cari sendiri. Untuk left-handed, balance percentage dia adalah 0. Berapa? 0.12 tolak 0.3, 0. 0. berapa? 0.09. Manakala curly head pula dia berapa ni? Curly head adalah 15%. So 0.15 minus 0.03 is 0.12. So you keluarkan probability-nya sendiri setelah you dah faham konsep Venn diagram. I think basic Venn diagram tak perlu saya ajar dah sebab semua orang dah tahu. Kalau belum tahu, tolonglah usahakan untuk tahu sendiri. Google it, go to YouTube tentang Venn diagram. You akan lebih mudah faham. So given that, ayat pertama given that. So maksudnya setiap kali saya nampak perkataan given that ni, saya dah tahu dah dia sebenarnya soalan yang berbentuk conditional probability. So these are the keyword, you know that. Keyword ni kita perlu faham dan hafal dan dia sedang bertanya tentang conditional probability. So inilah soalan dia. Given that yang diberi pada kita adalah curly head. So it means that curly head will be at the back. Okay? It must be at the back. Find the probability of the student is left-handed. So apa yang kita nak cari mestilah berada di hadapan. Again, you look at the formula there. To find is at first here, at the first part here, you write it down. Kita nak cari probability of the student which is left-handed, given that it's curly head. So curly head already happened. So formula dia adalah probability of L intersect C divided with probability of C. Therefore, the intersection between the left-handed and the curly is 0.03 divided with the probability of C is 0.15. Therefore, the answer is just 0.2. Dah, tolong double check pakai calculator untuk saya. Next one is, dia tanya apa? Soalan seterusnya, what is the probability that left-handed students also a curly head? What is the probability that left-handed is also given that also, oh yeah, okay, also ni juga adalah maksud keyword kita. So they are asking you what is the probability of a left-handed. So left-handed itu apa yang kita nak cari, but it is also given that something already happened, which is this which is curly head. Macam sama je soalan ni. Alamak, ini macam sama. Find the probability that a left-handed. Oh, okay. Ayat ni agak mengelirukan. Hati-hati. So we do not know which one is first, which one is already happened. Which one is to find and which one is already happened. So can you guess? Boleh tak kamu teka? Takkanlah kita nak cari benda yang sama dengan jawapan A. Jawapan A ni memang dah tepat dah. Dah okey dah. Tetapi jawapan B, soalan B adalah find the probability that a student is also a curly head given that, perkataan that ni lah, astaghfirullah. Okay, I think we should not highlight the also, but we highlight the word that. Imagine that ada perkataan given that. Find what is the probability given that a left-handed student also a curly head? Bermaksud dia sedang tanya, find the probability of the curly head given that it's left-handed. Given that it's a left-handed student, but they want to find the probability of, they just want to find the probability of they just want to find the probability of the curly head. Itu yang dia nak. Dia mahukan yang curly head ni. They want to find the probability of curly head given that it's left-handed. So, itulah soalan dia, agak mengelirukan. So, C intersect L, meaning the curly head intersect with the left-handed, divided with the left-handed. Therefore, please again, I hope you do already understand now bahawa the intersection, tak kisahlah siapa di depan, siapa di belakang, asalkan curly intersect with left-handed ataupun left-handed intersect with curly, no matter who in front, they are the same value, iaitu 0.3. So 0.03 divided with the probability of all left-handed, which is 0.12, is it? Yeah, 0.12. From this question is 12% left-handed. All of the students are left-handed. So the answer is 0.25. That's it. Okay. So these are the method of Venn diagram. It's easier to use Venn diagram rather than the table. Okay. Now, kita nak masuk yang bahagian terakhir, iaitu bahagian tree diagram. Minta maaf ya, saya ambil masa lebih sikit untuk ajar tree diagram sebab penting sangat tree diagram di dalam apa ya? Sangat-sangat penting lah tree diagram ini di dalam probability, because in your tutorial it will have a huge amount of a question that needs to use tree diagram. So how do I know soalan ni berbentuk tree diagram? Senang untuk dibuat pakai tree diagram sebab if you look at the question, a bag contains 8 bola, di mana 5 bola itu adalah kuning dan 3 bola adalah merah. A ball is drawn at random without replacement. Perkataan ni kot, I think this word without replacement that makes me understand automatically that I need to use tree diagram. After so many experience of doing a lot of probability problem, saya boleh dapat agak lah without replacement ni, aku dah agak dah mesti pakai tree diagram. So another draw is made. Ni lagilah perkataan ni pun lagilah membantu meyakinkan saya bahawa saya perlu pakai tree diagram. Another draw is made. So it means that you can label it as the first drawn and then the second drawn, and then you see what is the outcome. So inilah bentuk agak-agak bentuk tree diagram. It means that you have a branch. A tree diagram must have a branch here. Okay. Yang pertama, first drawn is of course only one branch lah. Yang first drawn is either yellow or red. So you just label it. First drawn is yellow ataupun red. You imagine dalam bakul tu, you of course bila you ambil, you tak nampak kan? You ambil dan you tak tahu pun apa yang you pilih. You just ambil satu je daripada 8 bola itu. So the probability of getting a yellow is how many? From 5 yellows, you will take one of them. So there are 5 probability of yellow out of 8 bola. And hence there are 3 out of 8 chances of the red ball that you will catch the red ball. Betul tak? So these are just the probability, the chances, keberangkalian yang berapa banyak chances yang you akan pick yellow adalah 5 bola lah, sebab memang ada 5 bola je yellow dalam tu. So but the chances is 5 out of 8 chances. Okay, probability dia terlalu itulah, dia nombor saja kan. Probability is just a keberangkalian. So just write down the probability there. 5 out of 8 for the first drawn, and then 3 out of 8 for the first drawn juga untuk red color. So second drawn is where it can also be yellow and red, isn't it? Yellow and red juga. Okay, tetapi dia kata without replacement ni, perkataan without replacement. So without replacement ni maksudnya you dah pick satu yellow. Okay, imagine here you already pick one yellow. Imagine you dah ambil satu yellow. So tinggallah 4 yellow daripada 7. Balance dia tinggal 7 lah. Dalam bakul tinggal 7 sebab tadi first drawn dah ambil dah satu bola. Of course lah second time you ambil tinggallah 7 bola keseluruhannya. So you minus by 1. So it is 4 out of 7 left. So balance dia adalah 3 out of 7. So far so good everyone tentang tree diagram? Boleh ya? And then kalau red pula, you dah ambil red. Okay, imagine you already take red. And you kena cara you fikir adalah cara you fikir you dah ambil red. And then you nak contoh you terambil red lagi sekali. So dia tolak 1, dia jual lah. Daripada 2 ni tinggallah 2/7. Okay, daripada 8 tolak 1 juga, tinggallah 2/7. So cara you berfikir adalah fikir yang color yang sama dahululah. Okay, you think of the same color first and then you minus it by 1. Okay, so di sinilah di mana you akan tolak dan cari balance dia, iaitu 7 tolak 2 apa? 5/7. So daripada sini you dah pun keluarkan probability dia. After you dah keluarkan probability dia, you boleh cari outcomes masing-masing. So sambil you mendengar ni, you boleh tulis. Everything outcome here can be written perfectly. 5/8 didarabkan dengan 4/7. Tulis outcome dia berapa. These are the probability that will happen if you get a yellow. If you drawn first yellow, next is also yellow. Itu maksud dia. 5/8 darab dengan 4/7 adalah kita pick yellow dan kita pick yellow lagi sekali untuk kali kedua. So, you boleh darabkan. Itu adalah probability, total probability yang you akan dapat 5/14. And cara menulis probability ini adalah P, probability of yellow, and then you will get yellow again. Itu je lah. Remember ya, dia end ya, dia bukan union, dia intersect, dia end. Something happen, a yellow pick first and then yellow again. End, okay, the word end. So next part is of course 5/8, dah boleh nampak dah pattern dia, darabkan dengan 3/7. You akan dapat 15/56. So this is the probability of yellow and then you get red. Okay, next one is 3 out of 8 times with 5 out of 7, and then you will get berapa ni? 15 out of 56 again. But this is the probability of you get red first and then you get yellow. Apa lagi? Last one is 3 out of 8 times with 2 out of 7. You will get 3 out of 28 where you pick red and then you pick red again. So these are the probability, and then when you total them together, this is a magic. Apabila you tambahkan probability ini, you akan dapat nilai koordinat. You akan dapat total probability-nya 1. It must be 1 because the total probability is always 1. Okay, try to calculate them together, plus them together, and you will literally got 1. Okay, itu adalah outcomes. These are the outcomes, and it must be, and the total probability must be 1. That is called as a probability, betul tak? So now kita tak dapat markah lagi di sini. Mungkin dalam 2 markah saja dalam exam sebab kita pandai pakai tree diagram. Tapi next soalan adalah what is the probability that both balls are red? Okay, both balls are red. Okay, is actually you dah tahu daripada sini both event are red and red. So the answer is literally 3 out of 28. It is just that cara nak menulis tu lebih bagus lah kalau you pandai cara menulis itu, iaitu you boleh tuliskan dalam bentuk ayat ataupun okay, kalau bentuk ayat beginilah, probability of both red, okay, ataupun you boleh tulis P red and red. Okay, so it give you 3 out of 8 times with 2 out of 7, which mean it is 6 out of 56, iaitu 3 out of 28. So this is your answer. Actually you dah terus boleh jawab. Kalau you tulis di sini pun boleh, tulis di sini pun boleh, up to you. Tulis 2 kali pun lagi bagus. Kenapa saya nak tulis di sini? Sebab saya nak menunjukkan bahawa these are the probability that event yellow and yellow happening. And this is the probability of red and red is happening. Without replacement means daripada 8 bola tolak 1, jadi 7 bola bila second pick tersebut. So I really hope you do understand this lah. Yang ini without replacement. Kalau with replacement, dia masih 8 ya. Ada setengah soalan, dia pandailah dia akan uji kamu with replacement and without replacement. Kalau dia with replacement, it's still 8. Okay, be careful with the tricky question that will ask you in the test. Okay, next part, B, that find the probability that the ball are not of the same color. Ball of the not the same color. Maksudnya, boleh jadi 2 situasi. Dia boleh jadi yellow red ataupun red yellow. So tak mungkinlah yellow red sebab dia kata dia not the same color, right? So you can just write down this part. Finding the probability of yellow dulu barulah red, ataupun you dapat red dulu barulah yellow. And then ataupun adalah maksud dia tambah ya. Dalam matematik all means plus. So what you got to do is just take the probability that you already found from the outcome here. Sebab tu saya suka tulis di sini. Tulis di tree diagram lebih jelas. Yellow first and then red means 5 out of 8 times with 3 out of 7 plus with 3 out of 8 times with 5 out of 7. So basically saya tulis lagi sekali lah. And then my answer will be 15 out of 28. Please double check for me. Kira ya untuk saya, jangan ikut bulat-bulat. So is this correct? Do you get 15 out of 28? Yeah. Okay, next one adalah soalan terakhir. The second ball drawn is yellow. The second ball drawn is yellow. Maksudnya yang kali kedua, the second ball drawn. Kali kedua pick the ball is yellow. So how many situation, how many outcomes will happen? 2 kan? Satu yellow ataupun red yellow. So sangatlah penting untuk dalam tree diagram ni you keluarkan outcome you dahulu. So itulah cara menulis dia. So the second ball drawn is yellow means it can be yellow first and then yellow, and then it can be red first and then yellow. So just dah faham konsep ini? Dah faham macam mana nak keluarkan outcome? I think sangat faham lah kita bahawa kita keluarkan dia punya probability. So yellow adalah 5/14. Darabkan dengan, tadi you dah kira kan, 5/14 darabkan dengan 15/56. Jadi jawapan dia adalah, bukan darab tau, hati-hati. Bukan darab, dia mesti tambah. Okay, sebab saya dah kira dah tadi di atas ni. So the answer is 5/8. Yeah, you can just take it's benda yang you dah darab tadi kan. Yeah. 5/14 times with 15/56. You boleh terus tulis begini, plus it together, ataupun you take the steps lah. Yang penting you faham where is the outcomes of the question that they want from you. So that's it. That's the answer, 5/8. Yang penting faham outcome lah. Faham soalan, faham nak cari jawapan. Itu je. Next one, the last one from me. Minta maaf lah, sikit lagi. Sebab saya tak habis ajar bahagian independent event. Saya dah ajar mutually exclusive, saya belum ajar independent event. So independent event ni sebenarnya dia adik-beradik dengan mutually exclusive, tetapi tidaklah sama. Nak kata sama memang tak boleh sama. Dia adalah dua konsep yang berbeza and dia adalah dua formula yang berbeza. If you look here, mutually exclusive event means the intersection is zero, but independent event is actually coming from conditional probability. Saya tak nak explain lebih-lebih. Cukuplah saya rasa you boleh hafal formula ini. Where this is actually literally coming from conditional probability. I cannot explain it here, it's too long. Can give you the video later on how you can understand better the independent event. But for now, you can just memorize this. Cara nak hafal adalah probability of A intersect B adalah bersamaan dengan probability of A darab probability of B. Begitu je, pattern dia semua sama. Kalau dia ada A prime, bermaksud probability of A prime darab. So independent sentiasa darab dengan probability seterusnya iaitu B. So pattern semua sama sahaja. So if you look here, kalau dia suruh cari, dia dah memang proven that A and B are independent. So you just use the formula and then you masukkan nilai probability of A darabkan dengan probability of B. Sebab dia dah memang kata independent, terus boleh pakai formula and terus dapat jawapan. And that is how it works lah. So independent event, kalau dia kata independent events, dia mesti akan ada intersection point di mana dia punya lukisan of the Venn diagram adalah bersambung, okay? So so that's why dia ada intersection point, okay? The intersection probability of A intersect B iaitu 0.1. So tadi independent event, so again konklusinya mutually exclusive event ni dia tak ada, lukisan dia adalah lukisan dia adalah tidak bersambung, tetapi independent event dia mempunyai, konklusinya adalah dia mempunyai intersection point. Itu je lah yang saya boleh bagi tahu, the intersection point is there. The intersection point exists in independent event, okay? Manakala mutually exclusive dia tiada, okay? Dia tiada intersection probability. Tetapi kalau independent events dia wajib ada, dia memang konsep definisi dia mempunyai dia mempunyai intersection probability lah. Dia mempunyai nilai probability, therefore the lukisan sentiasalah gabung di antara event A dan event B. So lebih jelas ya dekat situ, independent event is lukisan dia adalah bersambung, tetapi kalau mutually lukisan dia adalah tidak bersambung. Itu je lah yang saya boleh concludekan buat masa ini dalam masa yang sangat singkat. So untuk example yang seterusnya yang terlalu panjang untuk saya explain dan saya tak cukup masa, please try to do all of this by yourself, DIY, and I can just scroll this down here so that you can boleh tengok sikit-sikit nanti. So you buatlah sendiri, you cubalah cari jawapan semua ni sendiri, mengikut apa kesesuaian yang perlu dipakai. You tengok, you buat sendiri, boleh pakai tree diagram, boleh pakai contingency table. Yeah, you try to do everything by yourself. You buat, tengok adakah sama jawapan you dengan saya. Itu saja. Saya telah pun ajar everything yang penting. Itulah, dah cukuplah membadai untuk hari ini. Boleh ya semua orang? Okay, maka tamatlah kelas kita untuk hari ini, and that's it from me. I will not teach probability online anymore. Minggu depan kita akan masuk tutorial probability, so that kita akan lebih terdedah lah dengan pelbagai pilihan problem-problem yang ada di dunia ini. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Tolonglah isikan Google Form yang telah diberi pada anda dalam grup kita, okay? Thank you so much everyone. Assalamualaikum.